Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Holistic Hacks. So, today we are going to be talking about managing expectations. And one of the reasons why this is a very important topic, especially when you're trying to make positive changes in life, is we need to really be able to be realistic. Sorry, I'm just gonna say it bluntly, is we need to really be able to be realistic. And I know that that sounds like, oh well, of course we're realistic, but a lot of the times without realizing it, we can actually be unrealistic. So let's break it down. The first sort of thing that I always say to people is when you are trying to manage your expectations, again, it's all about honesty. It's all about being honest with yourself and understanding sort of like what are the required changes that sort of need to be made, and how will that look like. And that's the part where you really need to be honest with yourself about. A lot of the times people struggle to sort of identify what negatives can come out of a situation, because when you're trying to make change, you're going to have so many setbacks. It's so normal. And so what I say to people is, having a pros and cons list ready for yourself really really helps a lot, because it really enables you to be able to at least sort of predict what kind of setback you can have and plan for it accordingly. But you also need to really be in the mindset where you are like, okay, hang on a second, I might have this setback, but I'm able to bounce back from it quite quickly and adapt and make changes. Because again, with change, you're going to have to adapt a lot of the times, because you might find this doesn't work, that works actually, oh, let me go back to this one, it looks like this is actually working even though it didn't before. Change is so complex. And I suppose the main thing is understanding that you need time to change. And I always like to touch on these few very important points, so we're going to just bosh it out real quick. So you have, when you're looking at managing your expectations, I always say that there's two areas: there's activity and there's mindset. Activity is what you can physically do, and mindset is your mindset. And understanding these areas really really helps you to plan properly and plan realistically as well. And to start, and we're talking about in terms of expectations, because if you understand that I can only do this, then you know that realistically in this time period, this is all that you can offer. And these things are really really important, because again, it's all about keeping the momentum going. It's all about trying to really change these behaviors in yourself, in your body, your mind. And I think there's two very big expectations that people have, and so the two areas are what this change is going to look like after you've implemented it. And so a lot of the times people often, I suppose, like give up on making changes in lives and stuff like that, especially if they've been doing it for a very long period of time, because they're expecting that, well, I went through hell and now I finished going through hell, and now I just want to stay like this forever, and that's just in peace. And that's not realistic, because in life there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. There's going to be ups and downs all the way throughout your life, and it's all about building resilience, having the right mindset to overcome these periods, so that so that the downs don't stay down for too long. You're able to bounce back. And I know I've messed the diagram a bit, but if you just think of a heart monitor and you look at the ups and downs and you look at just being stagnant, yeah, what does that remind you of? Like, yeah, that's a pulse. That's flatlining. So I always like to say, yeah, the only people that aren't stressed are the dead. Yeah. That also brings us to, I suppose, the expectations that we have for ourselves. And again, I'm just going to go very, very, very quickly, but a lot of the times, especially if you're going through a mental health period or physical health where you've had to make a lot of drastic changes in life, when people are trying to sort of like recapture themselves, they're always trying to go back to the person that they once were. And I completely understand that person, the person before the mental health, before the illness, yeah, you like that person and that's great. But the only problem is that you've now gone through all of this in life. Like, you've gone through mental health, you've gone through physical health, you've gone through all these changes in your life that has shaped you as a person now. So as you can see, there's a huge gap, and that's because this person here, that person doesn't exist anymore. That person is gone because this person here didn't go through all of these things here. So it's all about really rediscovering who you are. That doesn't mean you can't take character traits from this person that you liked and bring them into this person. You have the opportunity to create something new and something beautiful for yourself. So do it. And I've gone way over time. See you next week.